Listen to me carefully. Everything you are living right now, every result you're getting, every limitation you feel trapped inside of, it all started in one place, your mind. What you consistently hold in your mind doesn't stay there. It leaks into your actions, your habits, your decisions, and eventually your life. If you keep believing the same things you've always believed, you will keep acting the same way.
You've always acted. And if you keep acting the same way, you'll keep getting the same results. No surprise, no mystery. So if you
want a different life, if you want different results, if you want to stop feeling stuck in the same cycle, you don't need a miracle. You need a mental shift. Because there is only one thing in this entire universe that you have full control over: your thoughts. You can't control the past, you can't control other people, you can't control circumstances, but you can control what you allow to live rent-free in your head. And here's the truth most people don't want to hear. Your beliefs shape your reality, not magically. They decide what you notice, what you ignore, what you pursue, and what you dismiss as not for me.
Opportunity that proves otherwise. If you believe you're not good enough, you'll sabotage chances before they even begin. But the moment you change the belief, you change the lens. And when the lens changes, the world looks different. That's why discipline matters. And yes, discipline is boring. Hard work is boring. Studying is boring. Doing the same thing every day is boring. There's no adrenaline, no applause, no instant reward. But hear this clearly: boredom is the birthplace of success. So be the boring one. Be the friend who goes home early. Be the one who repeats the basics. Be the one who trains when nobody is watching. Because exciting lives are built on boring routines. There is no instruction manual for the human brain. None. So when life hits you with challenges, you start asking, why me? Why do I have to deal with this? Why is my life harder than everyone else's? But if you listen closely to enough people, you realize something powerful. You're not broken. You're not cursed. You're not alone. The thoughts you think are the same thoughts millions of others have thought. The fear, the doubt, the feeling of being behind. And that realization does something important. It removes the shame. This isn't getting harder. This is the hardest part. If you can just make it through this phase, everything else becomes manageable. The dragons don't disappear. They get bigger. But you get stronger, more skilled, more resilient, more dangerous. No matter what happens to you, you keep going. Nothing lasts forever. Not pain, not failure, not bad luck. You can't lose forever. Eventually, once you understand the rules of the game, things turn around. And here's where most people quit: right before that turn. Where is massive opportunity on the other side of persistence, but only for those willing to stay committed without immediate reward, without validation, without praise, without proof it's working. That's why so few people win, because very few can walk the path when there's no feedback. So embrace the boring life. Prioritize progress over excitement. Lock into your training. Go to bed early. Stay focused. It may not feel thrilling day to day, but this discipline builds something permanent. This is where winners are made. And remember this: life doesn't reward intelligence. Life rewards action. Smart people are dangerous, not because they succeed, but because they're great at making excuses. The smarter you are, the better your reasons for not acting. The better you become at convincing yourself that every step is too small to matter. But progress doesn't come from doing everything. It comes from doing one thing, then another, then another. Showing up week after week, month after month, year after year. With just a little intelligence, you get better, more confident, more capable. It's easy to talk yourself out of action, but action is the only language life responds to. Every single day, you choose: stay the same and complain about life, or take responsibility and grow. This is the moment where the old version of you either survives or dies. Let me tell you something most people never realize until it's almost too late. Life does not reward intelligence. Life rewards action. You can be the smartest person in the room. You can overthink every angle, analyze every possibility, predict every outcome, and still go nowhere. Because intelligence without action is just potential wasting away quietly. In fact, the smarter you are, the more dangerous it can become. Why? Because smart people build perfect excuses. Excuses that sound logical. Excuses that feel responsible. Excuses that keep you comfortable while your dreams slowly starve. You don't need to do everything. You just need to do one thing, then another, then another. Progress doesn't come from massive leaps. It comes from showing up week after week, month after month, year after year. And here's the truth most people don't want to hear. It won't feel heroic. It won't feel exciting. It won't feel special. It will feel ordinary, repetitive, quiet, lonely. But that's how mastery is built. Every single day, you wake up with a choice. Not a dramatic one, not a movie moment choice. A simple one. You can keep doing what you've always done and complain about how unfair life feels. Or you can take responsibility and decide that today is the day you stop settling. Because the moment you say enough is enough, something shifts. You stop blaming your past. You stop pointing at other people. You stop waiting for permission. You say goodbye to average so you can finally taste extraordinary. Pain will come either way. But pain can either bury you or build you. Some people turn pain into a tombstone. Others turn it into a scar, a reminder of what they survived and who they became. So before you choose a career, a title, a role in the world, choose you. Look in the mirror and understand this. You are not waiting for a break. You are the break. The moment you stop blaming everything outside of you is the moment your life starts moving forward. And let me warn you, the path to success is lonely. It's supposed to be. If the road feels empty, that's not a sign you're lost. It's a sign that most people were never willing to walk this far. Everyone talks about big dreams. Few are willing to carry the weight that comes with them. So if you feel isolated right now, good. That means you're doing what others won't. When this is how it's supposed to feel, you knew it wouldn't be easy, so don't act surprised when it gets hard. Success isn't about revenge. It's about becoming so focused, so powerful, so committed that negativity fades into irrelevance. You don't beat doubters by arguing. You beat them by building something so big they disappear in its shadow. People will copy you. They always do. But they'll copy the surface, not the substance. They'll copy the results, not the discipline. They'll copy what worked, but they won't know why it worked. And when things break, they won't know how to fix them. So don't worry about being copied. Copycats are always behind. Here's a hard truth. The only reward for taking it easy is comfort in the moment. And comfort is expensive. It costs you your future. If you keep saying you want results but keep choosing comfort, be honest with yourself. Do you really want it? Because desire without discipline is just wishful thinking. Sometimes life will take you to dark places, but those dark places often lead to the brightest breakthroughs. The hardest lessons teach the most valuable truths. The deepest pain shapes the strongest character. History proves this again and again. There have always been hard times, and people have always risen through them. Progress beats perfection. Every time. And understand this, it is not the world's job to make you feel good. It is not their job to save you. It is not their job to make you happy. That responsibility is yours. The moment you convince yourself that everyone else is the reason you're stuck, you trap yourself in that place forever. Freedom begins when you say, I did this and I can fix it. Because if you have the power to mess up your life, you also have the power to rebuild it. The longest journey you'll ever make isn't across cities or countries. It's the distance between your head and your heart. And that journey demands courage. There are moments in life, quiet, unannounced moments that change everything. Moments that split your story in two. What if this right now is one of those moments for you? If you're at rock bottom, if everything feels like it's collapsing, stop running. There's a mountain in front of you. It looks massive, intimidating, overwhelming. That mountain is you. And today is the day you stop hiding from your own potential. You can feel sadness. You can feel anger. You can feel fear. Just don't live there. Strength isn't the absence of emotion. Strength is doing what must be done despite how you feel. Master that, and you can master anything. There comes a point in life where motivation stops working, where hope feels fragile, where positivity sounds fake, and all that's left is truth. This is that part. You carry this weight inside you, the feeling that you should be further by now, that you were meant for more. That's somewhere along the way. Time slipped through your fingers. You replay it in your head at night. The wasted chances, the moments you hesitated, the version of you that almost showed up but didn't. And that voice whispers, maybe I missed my moment. No, listen to me carefully. Time was not wasted. It was shaping you. Every disappointment carved depth into you. Every delay built patience. Every failure trained your nervous system to survive pressure. You weren't late. You were being prepared. Greatness is not a choice. It's an obligation. You don't just owe this to yourself. You owe it to the people who believed in you when you didn't. To the sacrifices made on your behalf. To the version of you that survived when quitting would have been easier. The day you were born, you signed a contract, not with the world, but with your potential. And breaking that contract hurts more than failure ever could. Do right by yourself. Do right by your values. And watch how something inside you finally settles. Because deep down, you already know you were not built to live a small life. Let me tell you what discipline really is. It's not hype. It's not excitement. It's not motivation. It's showing up when your environment is screaming for you to quit. Cold mornings, burning lungs, shaking hands, a body begging for comfort, and you still move. Because if your environment decides whether you show up, then your life belongs to circumstance. And that is a weak existence. The world will never give you certainty, so you must become it. You get rewarded in public for what you practice in private. What no one sees, what no one applauds, what no one knows you're doing. People see the highlight. They never see the thousands of boring, painful repetitions behind it. Mastery is invisible until it isn't. Success is not luck, it's math. Small actions repeated daily, over years. And here's where most people get lost. They stare at the mountain and forget the first step. Dreams don't require confidence. They require movement. Step by step, even when the path feels endless, even when progress feels invisible. Resilience is trained. Grit is built. Strength is earned. It doesn't get easier. You get stronger. This is your one life. No rehearsals, no second draft. And fear will try to negotiate with you. It will say, wait, be safe, try later. Later's a lie. Try now, fail now, learn now. Because even if you don't reach the destination, you'll never regret becoming stronger on the way there. And understand this, darkness is not punishment. It's contrast. You cannot recognize light without knowing shadow. You cannot value peace without chaos. You cannot lead without first being broken. Suffering asks the question, how will you show up? Victim or warrior? Meaning is not found. It is forged. And chaos is not the end of your story. It's the demolition phase before rebuilding. Stop fighting it. Stop running from it. Chaos clears space for growth. You don't control the storm, but you control how you stand in it. This uncertainty you hate, it's possibility in disguise. Some of the best chapters begin when everything falls apart. And right now, if it feels unbearable, good, that's the signal. This is what hard feels like. This is why most people quit. This is where champions are separated from spectators. The goal doesn't favor you. The process doesn't care about your feelings. It only responds to consistency. You are not becoming a champion at the finish line. You're becoming one right now in this discomfort. Tell yourself this every day. It's possible. Lie if you have to, but repeat it until your nervous system believes it. Fear feels the same for everyone. The difference is action. The coward runs. The warrior advances. Life being short is not a reason to hide. It's a reason to risk everything. You are not replaceable. Your DNA has never existed before and never will again. To waste that is the real tragedy. You don't need better tools. You need relentless effort. Grind yourself down. Rebuild yourself again and again and again. Because hiding your potential doesn't just hurt you. It poisons your soul. And resentment is born when unused greatness watches others win. That path leads nowhere good. So choose the harder road. Fail forward. Fall often, lose enthusiasm, and move anyway. Burnout doesn't come from effort. It comes from forgetting why you started. Never forget it. Chase the thing that keeps you awake at night. That idea that won't leave you alone. That pull you can't explain. That's not random. That's calling. And if you're listening to this right now, instead of numbing yourself with noise, that's proof you are still in the fight. You are not lost. You are becoming. There is a moment in every life where excuses stop working. Where blaming your past feels hollow, where waiting for motivation feels childish, where you realize no one is coming, no savior, no perfect timing, no magical breakthrough, just you. And that truth is terrifying and empowering at the same time, because once you accept that you are the problem, you also accept that you are the solution. Most people never cross this line. They spend their lives rehearsing pain instead of rewriting the story. They keep reopening old wounds just to prove they were hurt. But healing doesn't come from explaining your pain. It comes from outgrowing it. You want freedom? Then stop lying to yourself. Your current life is not bad luck. It is the direct result of decisions repeated daily. That doesn't make you weak. That makes you powerful. Because if you built this life unconsciously, imagine what happens when you build intentionally. There are two kinds of pain. The pain of action, sharp, demanding, transformational, and the pain of inaction, silent, corrosive, lifelong. One builds character, the other builds regret. Choose wisely. No one owes you comfort. No one owes you understanding. No one owes you success. And once you accept that, you stop waiting and you start moving. Rock bottom is not a curse. It's a foundation. It strips away illusion. It forces honesty. It demands a decision. Either you stay here and rot in familiar misery, or you climb slowly, painfully, one step at a time. That mountain in front of you, that fear you've been running from, that's not your enemy. That's you. Your potential, your capacity, your unfinished story. Stop shrinking in its shadow. Stand up, feel the fear, feel the sadness, feel the anger, but don't become them. You can cry and still show up. You can be scared and still act. You can be broken and still build. That's strength. Mental toughness isn't being emotionless. It's doing what's required despite the emotion. If you master that, nothing can stop you. Time has not betrayed you. It has trained you. You haven't wasted years. You've been sharpening your edge. Greatness is not a lifestyle choice. It's a responsibility. You owe it to the people who sacrificed for you. You owe it to the version of you that survived the darkest nights. You owe it to the future you who is praying you don't quit today. This world will try to distract you, comfort you, sedate you, scroll, consume, delay. But champions are built in isolation, in discipline, in silence. You don't need applause. You need standards. Standards that don't change when you're tired. Standards that don't bend when no one is watching. Standards that say, this is who I am now. You get rewarded in public for what you practice in private. Action beats intelligence. Consistency beats talent. Discipline beats motivation. Stop waiting to feel ready. Ready is a myth. Start ugly. Start scared. Start imperfect. But start. Procrastination is theft. It steals futures quietly. Tomorrow is not promised. And later is just fear dressed up as patience. So act. Not someday, not next week. Today. Your life will not change from listening to this. It changes when you move after it ends. And here's the final truth. Success is the only revenge, not against people, against doubt, against weakness, against the version of you that almost quit, becomes so disciplined they can't recognize you, so consistent they can't ignore you, so focused they can't distract you. Let your work make the noise. Let your results speak. And when it hurts, remember that pain is proof you're alive. That resistance is proof you're growing. That struggle is proof you're on the right path. This is how it's supposed to feel. So stand up, lock in, and don't look back, because the moment you really decide, there is no going back to who you were. This is the end of the old you and the beginning of something dangerous. Now go do the work. Every day, no excuses. Thank you for being with InnerStrength. If this unified story has touched your ambition, your purpose, or your American dream, stay connected with us. Don't let motivation end with a period. Let it continue with action. Subscribe to InnerStrength. Press the like button to support more powerful content, and share this message with someone across the USA who needs to hear it today. InnerStrength is here every day to remind you, stay hungry, stay strong, and never stay down.